Hi, this is Bruce Boudreau, Uncensored. Well, kind of.
What my very first day as a coach in the NHL, the funny thing about that was I was phoned at 6:30 in the morning by George McPhee in Washington. He said, "You're going to become the coach in Washington." And like, I mean, who phones me at 6:30 in the morning? First you think your kids, something's wrong with your kids, but I'm sitting there and I'm going like this and I'm jumping up and down, and then we go in and we tell my son Brady, who was about 8 at the time, and then you got my wife and my son and me all jumping on the bed like 2-year-olds like this, which I thought was pretty cool. And then I was so nervous because he said, "Okay, you got to be at practice for 10:30. Come down to Washington right away." So it's a 2-hour drive, and I'd been there a dozen times before, and I got lost. And I was just thinking, I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late for the first practice. And I was phoning everybody and their brother, "Where do I go from here? Where do I go from here?" So it was quite a nerve-wracking thing just getting there. And then the first person I saw was Brooks Like, who I'd coached for the previous 2 years. And he said, "Well, what are you doing here?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know yet." You know, like, I mean, it just stumbled out at you. You just don't know what to say. So it was an adventure the first day, and then he said, you know, George told me just to coach, and then you have to go in the dressing room and address the players, and it's all happening so fast. And I'm walking around and talking to the players, and I'm going, "Oh my God, that's Alex Ovechkin." You know, there's Ole Kolzig. You know, guys that you've watched for years playing, or superstars, and it's sort of dawned on you where you finally were. It was pretty interesting time. But I've come to the conclusion, people that don't know hockey or don't know what coaches do think they just come to the rink an hour before and set it up and that. But you know, we'll be in the rink here at 6:30 in the morning, and we'll go through all the game tape of what we want to show that morning. And it's a 10 o'clock skate, but whether we have them skate or not, we will have a power play meeting in the morning, and we'll go over all the tendencies of the other teams. Then I usually go home for a quick nap and then come right back here. I'm back in the office by 2 o'clock. And then again, going over more video, putting your program down or what you want to do, so when the players come in, everything is ready. I mean, it makes them think that we're prepared as a staff, and rather than coming in and writing things down and doing things while they're here. We're all ready to go, and they've got to be ready. We'll have a penalty killing meeting, and then we'll have a pre-scout meeting, and then we'll go to the game. But it's a long day on the day of the games, but we have to be prepared. I mean, in today's day and age, if you're not, the other team's going to beat you. Simple as that. I am the most superstitious person in the world, and ridiculously, that there's a certain time I can't go to the bench until it's under this one time, or I will do all my meetings at the same time. I will eat the same thing, wear the same clothes if we win, you know, all of those dumb things that don't mean a hill of beans, I'll do. Last year, one of the things is, if I closed our door to the dressing room and we lost, I would never be the one close. I wouldn't allow myself to touch that door again. Bob Woods would have to close the door, or you know. And then if we now turned it around and lost again, then I would start closing the door. I mean, little things like that. It's just nothing crazy, but just little dumb things.
Kind of.